You too. It is your boy Jump Got 'em, and I am back with another Dynasty Mode episode featuring the Liberty Flames. If you watched that last episode, you see we got a big upset, 28-10 over Notre Dame, bro. Time of possession, 16 minutes. Notre Dame had the ball for about 5. If they ain't on the field to score, they can't score. And now this week, we got an even tougher matchup. 12-1, number one, with the Heisman winning quarterback Cam Ward. We finna take on Miami. Same vibes this week, baby. Clock management. If we keep the ball and they can't get on the field, they can't score. If you're new to this channel, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment for me, bro. If you've been here from the beginning, as I always say, I appreciate you more than you know. But without further ado, sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy the show, baby.
Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Liberty Flames, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Flames offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He stopped short of the first down.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to the offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. It breaks loose at the 45. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Flames pick up enough for a first down. Dropping back, it's Salter. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
critical third down play for this offense right here. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on third down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. And the Flames looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Back to pass. It's Salter. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. He'll go down, but he does have first down yardage.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
So a serious defensive battle as we wrap up the first quarter. These teams pursuing a national championship. Let's take a look at the game summary so far. We'll see if these offenses can find a spark, get a rhythm going in the second quarter of this playoff game. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents.
Powerful running into the secondary. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, with no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. So the Hurricanes offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Well, the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's
Man, I thought Miami was going to put up a more bigger fight than that already, man.
To set up fourth down. Really good job by the defensive tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Flames offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Receiver makes the catch. Oh, and he goes down after a short game. That's not enough for the first down. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
To throw, it's Salter. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. Looking to chuck it again. Grab down the middle. It's Gray.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Looking to pass here on second down. It's complete. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
On third and short, they hand the ball off. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on it. Yes, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Joseph. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for. First down, looking to throw the football. And now another deep ball here. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. With the catch, it's George. The defense makes the stop after the completion. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Intercepted in the end zone.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And the defense tackles him in what should be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Flames will kick this away to begin the second half. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Back in motion now. Looking to throw it on first down. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. On first down, it's play action. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. He'll go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the first down. Second down play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Hurricanes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The Hurricanes are in the red zone. Send the back in motion. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Off target and incomplete.
Well, it's really hard to be accurate when you're falling back and not getting anything on the football. He threw that ball off his back foot.
To the air, it's Ward. Dump off, caught by the running back. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Liberty offense back out on the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A quick juke. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First down here for this offense. from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now, the football placed exactly at midfield. They're going to run it here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Kurt, Liberty has the lead here. And as we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And that football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? The fumble. Hold on a second. There's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48. That's an important first down on that running play. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Ward. Receiver makes the grab. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They're going to run it. He shreds the tackle. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. The Canes will come to the line on 4th down looking to convert. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's caught. Touchdown for the U.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Liberty's offense retakes the field now. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown, so they got to bounce back from that right away. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's second down here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Grab down the middle. It's Jenkins. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And he drops back in the gun. Caught over the middle. It's Gray. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Catch made on the left side. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw. It's Salter. He flips it to the back across the middle.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Checks this down to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And the Flames come to the line in the hurry up. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust as their first timeout.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
The Flames keep the football on the move. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. And at first down, they go right back to him. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Looking for a gap. It's Lucas. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Man, stop playing with my boys, man. 17-14, dude. Another week, another dub, another upset. Miami was not nowhere as good as Notre Dame, and Notre Dame I felt like was way better, even though their score was way worse. But we got it done. 2 down, 2 to go. Until next time, y'all be safe.